is Jessica Calvello.
What song is this? I like it. Oh, don't stop. What? I like it. I just can't place it.
That would be Ready to Go by Republica.
I can't hear whoever's talking. It's amazing. Anyway, hi! How are you guys doing? I'm gonna do the panel like this the whole time. Is that okay? Hey, what's up, y'all? Is this hot? Is this a hot mic? Yes! Cool. How are you? I'm so excited to be here. Oh my god, I'm having such a great time. Feedback. Woo-hoo-hoo. How are you guys? Are you good? Yeah? So, is this also anyone else's first time to Zenkaikon? Yay, I'm not the only one. Awesome. I'm having so much fun. The staff's amazing. I feel like a freaking princess. Tim has put up with me the whole time, and we're only halfway there, honey. Yes. Poor thing. I got hangry on him yesterday, and I felt really bad. So now he carries crackers with him to be like, Jessica, are you hungry? Shut up. Oh, sorry. Anyway, so this is my Get Random with Jessica panel, and it's random because I have really, really, really bad ADHD, and so I'm all over the place. But I'm here for you guys, so let's do a Q&A, yeah? And, I mean, what I sometimes do, but I think it's kind of boring, is I talk about how I got started, and like why I'm here, and all that. And we can do it if you want me to, or we can just jump in with questions. So, I guess, show of hands, do you want me to talk about myself first, or do we want to jump in with questions? So talk about myself first, raise your hand. Okay, jump into a Q&A. Well then line up, come on! Line up, Q&A. Hi Hanji.
Hi Hanji.
I've been tweeting and Facebooking about your cosplay all over the place.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
You're amazing, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. What's your question?
I wanted to know if you could do a line from Attack Junior High when she comes in with the toenails. With my toenails.
Sure. Do you want to give them to me? But like, I don't remember what I say. Do you remember what I say? Okay, tell me what you think I might. I mean, I'll say whatever. But I just, well, what, okay, but tell me what you remember.
I remember saying like, hey guys, guess what I found?
Okay.
And then explaining the toenails.
Okay, all right. Hey guys, guess what I found? I found these toenail titan clippings from a dumpster. I'm so excited I can't even talk about it. Aren't they amazing? You guys, this is great for science. There we go. I don't know what that was. You're welcome, I guess. Those are so amazing. You made those out of clay, right? It's incredible. And she gave me one, and I'm gonna put it in my studio. I'm gonna stay with the one, because if you start giving me more than one, I'm gonna take them all, and where would I put them? They're Titan toenail clippings. I don't have enough space. A necklace, I could make a necklace. Hi, step on up. Is that who I think it is? You don't have the pink hat on.
I know, it's all.
How are you?
How you doing?
Good. What's that?
What would be your favorite scene from Excel Saga?
Oh, Lord, Excel Saga. Who has not heard of Excel Saga? And don't be shy, because I'm not going to be all annoyed. Okay, quite a few people. So there's Hanji. Oh, okay. Quick derail. So that particular scene, we all seen Attack on Titan? I mean, so like I don't do spoilers from the manga. I'm only up on where the Japanese show is and the dub. So if you do something about Attack on Titan, and we're going to get to Excel Saga, but please don't say anything past season 2 of the dub, or else I will have a freaking meltdown. But this particular scene, where Hanji is on Titan Aaron's shoulder, and she starts giving him orders, and he looks at her and he grunts, and she makes that sound. That was a one take, and I was super proud, because like one takes are, well, I mean, I do a lot of one takes, but that particular sound was a one take, and it was a lot of fun. Okay, what is my favorite scene from Excel Saga? So Excel Saga has been called anime on crack. It is the strangest show ever. It's totally bizarre. Her name is Excel. She has the first and same last name, and she's mentally ill. Really, she is, and she's obsessed with a man who lives in a sewer, who wears these weird, thank you, there's Excel, who wears these really bizarre, like, big shoulder pad things. His name is Lord El Palazzo, and he thinks he's going to take over the world with a secret organization called ACROSS, A-C-R-O-S-S. And so she's nuts, and he's always killing her, and she's always dying, and then she's brought back to life from the great will of the macrocosm. It's complicated. But, I mean, so I really liked the very first 4 minutes of that show, because we dubbed this back in 1990, like, actually this was like, I think this was more of a 98, 99 dub, and she, the first 4 minutes, because this dubbing was done a little bit different back then, took 8 hours. 8 hours to record. I'm not kidding. It took 8 hours to record the first 4 minutes. It's all Excel in that beginning, in the beginning where she's like, you know, all that crazy stuff took 8 hours. It wasn't as smooth back then as it is now. You know, we're all digital, and it's just a lot easier to actually have an ADR session, whereas back then it wasn't. So it was awful. But I love the part where she's first like professing her love, and she's like, if you want me to strip down, I'll strip down. And she opens, and all her guts are there. Like, she's literally like, I'll do whatever it takes. And she's like, whew, and her heart's beating, and it's like nothing but ribs, and it's so weird. And I would do that for the man that I love too. I love no one. I'm kidding. I love you guys. So anyway, that's like my favorite. That's my favorite scene. And that scene killed me, because then she vomits. She's like, I'll even make myself throw up for you. And she shoves both of her hands in her mouth, and she vomits, and like a rubber tire comes out. Y'all gotta see Excel Saga. It's the weirdest show ever. Thanks. You're welcome.
Oh, and I love your Pop Team Epic shirt.
You like my Pop Team Epic shirt. Thank you. Thanks. I'm in episode 10. I play Pee Me, and Emily Neves plays Popco. Popco? Yes. Yes. Are you cosplaying as Popco and Pee Me? Yeah. Oh my God, we have to get a picture later. Holy shit, that's amazing. That's amazing, that's amazing. Cool, yeah, so, hi again.
Hi. I remembered another question I had.
Okay.
So, I wondered if you had a preference for the regular Attack on Titan or the junior high, or if they're equal, but, like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, like how, so in comparing the two shows, they're so completely different, right? Two animes, but two totally different genres. Like, we're talking like Lane, Boogie Pop Phantom, as opposed to, you know, Pop Team Epic, or, you know, it's like two completely different anime styles, right? I love them both, and I love them both equally, because I love the drama stuff, and then I also love the zany and crazy, those are the words together. Craney, I like the craney stuff. Yeah, so I like them both. I don't really think I have a preference. It's fun, and it's fun that Hanji really isn't so different in the junior high version. She's still like so wackadoo. But I did get to play her up a little bit more in the junior high version. Because sometimes in the studio when we're recording Attack on Titan, the not junior high, Mike will be like, Jessica, this is my favorite thing that he says, he'll go, that was good, that was a little too bright. Can you just take that down a bit? And I know what that means. He doesn't mean volume, he means intensity. Because like, I'll be like, Aaron! And he'll be like, make that a little less bright. And I'll be like, Aaron! He'll be like, okay. So, because I tend to go high first. And then, yes, there she is. And that, she has drool. That is when she is just about to see, I think, the toenails. Yeah, so, yeah, I like them both.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, Lumberjack.
Hey, Mama, how you doing?
What's up, girl? What's you doing?
How's your day going?
It's going well. How's your day going?
Pretty good. You want a mojito?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back.
No, you don't have to. I can't take alcohol from fans. Are you crazy? Later. Okay. Oh, I like your cape. Is that a cape? Yeah.
Yes, thanks.
The Wings of Freedom. Yeah.
Thanks. Hi, Hanji.
Hi.
How are you doing today? First
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
I remember you. You have the blue hair.
Yeah, I do.
I love it. Yeah. Oh, I got my mojito. Okay, sorry. I'm not that desperate. I'm a little desperate. Okay, hit me.
What was the craziest moment you ever had recording Attack on Titan? Like, voicing?
Probably the sound I did a minute ago. That sound. That was pretty freaking crazy. Because that's like when Titan Aaron turns to her, because I mean, when I'm watching it for the first time, because so when we do simuldubs, and I don't have a confirmation on what season 3 is going to be yet, but season 2 was a simuldub, we really really don't know what's gonna happen. Like, it's not like we're sitting on the dub and like or the sub and we know what's gonna happen and then we just pretend like we don't and it comes out every week. We are watching it live with you guys. They're not giving us anything ahead of time. And so what I do, if it's a simul-dub, it comes out, comes out on Saturday. I don't remember when season 2 came out, Wednesdays or Saturdays. I would watch it so I would know my line count and then we would record it. So when that scene happens and I'm watching it and I'm like, Hanji's pretty bold. Like she's like, in total commander mode, and she's really running the place because everyone's separated at this point. And she just flitters on down to tighten Aaron's shoulder and she's like, you do this and you do this and you do this and you do this. And he's like, ugh. And she's like, I am on your shoulder. Like, oh my God, like, I think she kind of lost herself for a minute there. So that was super, like, I was nervous, and then, of course, the whole part, so that was pretty nutty.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, Hanji.
Hi, Hanji.
You're so cute. I
Thank
love
you.
it. You're welcome.
All right, so I have 2 questions, actually.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with the easier one.
Okay.
What was your, most favorite character to voice out of all the series you've done, and why?
That's tough. I don't have a favorite. I'm so bad at answering this question because I really do love all of the characters I do. I'm never in the studio like, oh, I don't like this character, because I get to act and I get to use my voice to act, and so I love them all. I mean, Hanji's obviously great, Excel, super crazy great. There's a lot of shows you guys have never heard of that I've done. Like there's one of my first leads. It's a show called Ruin Explorers. Any Ruin Explorers fans out there? Oh, it's so delightful. It's 4 episodes only, and it's such a classic show. And I play Sam, and she's half squirrel and half Wiccan, and she's a little blonde thing, and she's like eerie, and she's like really so bad at magical spells. She's like always screwing up every spell possible and getting them into all sorts of trouble. And I had so much fun when I voiced Pam. She was so sweet and she really tried her very best, and she was terrible. But for me, every single character that I voice, I have a great feeling about all of them, so I don't really have a favorite. What's your other question?
Would you be able to do a reading of one of the scenes? Just like Aaron when he turns and you're like, Aaron, I want to touch the arm.
Do you just want me to shout a few lines right now?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Sure, okay. So, yes, so that is in season 1 where she's running through the field. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Aaron! I want to touch the arm! I want to touch the arm! Please, let me touch this glorious thing! Ow, this sucker is hot! Thank you. You're welcome.
When you said, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That was really loud. Do you know how to use a microphone?
No.
Okay, you're a professional.
Okay. When you said the sucker was hot, what were you referring to?
The arm, Quentin, calm down. The arm.
I'm sorry, it was actually Cone. Cone wanted to know if you think he's hot.
Oh my God, Cone, stop it. We have many experiments to do.
Okay, well, I'll see you later then. You're amazing. Everybody thinks so.
Likewise, Cone, likewise.
Love you.
I'll see you in my lab. Yay, Quentin, yay! Woo, it's Cone. Crazy.
You guys, this is Sam. This is the character I was talking about. She's half squirrel, half Wiccan. I'm pointing down here, but I know she's also over there, right? She's amazing. Okay, hi.
Hi. What's the hardest part of being a voice actress?
The rejection. The hardest part of being a voice actor is the rejection. So like if you're an actor, okay, and you use your voice to act, right? So you've got the talent, right? If you're successful, or even if you're not as successful, you still have the talent. You've studied, you do it, you work, you do all that. So the talent is there, the work is there, but if you don't actually have work because you're not booking anything, that can be super upsetting and depressing. I have like half a gig of auditions on my PC that I've sent, and I've been like, I'm perfect for this role, I've got it. Nope. So the hardest part for me in the industry, not just in voice acting, but in the acting industry, is the rejection. It's pretty tough. It gets easier because like a lot of times actually I've gotten really good at like I send off an audition and I forget about it. So I'm not like looking at my email or checking my voicemail all the time or text my, like, oh, has the studio gotten back to me yet? I kind of forget about it. And then so when I'm going out to clean out old files, I'm like, oh, I forgot I auditioned for that show. Those motherfuckers should have had me, damn it. Sorry, I said DMF. But it does get easier a little bit, but I think for me that's still the hardest part. Thank you, it's a good question. That's a cute kimono. Is that a kimono? It's like a short kimono, right? It's cute. It's cute! Okay, hi.
All right, so if tanks were an actual high school sport.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And you could join in on that, which role would you be?
If tanks, so we have some girls in Panzer fans out there, maybe? Girls in Panzer. If you're into tankery, I love that their extracurricular activities are driving tanks. It's amazing. And I think Sayori, I play Sayori, and she's on the radio, right? Like I don't know what I'm like these actually help me because I don't know what I'm talking about, and the things flash. I'm like, oh, there's Sayori. She's the commandy one. What I do, I probably want to drive it. I'm a really good driver, but boy, would I drive a tank like there's no other tank drivers. There we are. Where's Sayori? Sayori is, I don't think she's in this. She's not in this picture, but she's a fiery redhead. She's a fiery ginger. But she doesn't drive. I would drive a tank like a serious tank driver and probably run over a few people in the process. But they had it coming, right? Right? They had it coming. Come on, you guys, give me something. Okay, thanks. Thank you. You're gonna have it coming if you don't watch it. I'm kidding. Thank you. Hi.
You've played so many zany characters over the years.
That's Sayori. Yeah. Those are the puppies. Kitty cats. Okay, sorry. What?
So since you've played so many zany characters over the years.
Craney. I think the word is craney.
Between Hanji, Excel, Natsuno, Kaneko, Tirami, who do you think is the most unhinged?
Man, and you mentioned Kaneko. What a crazy biatch, man. So Maria Holic, we have any Maria Holic people out there? So Kaneko is a raging lesbian. Ain't nothing wrong with it at all. But the problem is, in her life, she goes to an all-Catholic girls' school. So as you can imagine, that's not well received. And whenever a boy touches her, she gets hives. And she talks a million miles a minute. She's super off. Who else did you mention?
Like Tirami.
Tirami is a pink flower fairy, and that is from Amagi Brilliant Park. Tirami is obsessed with boobs and beer. And the voice actor for Tirami in Japanese it's weird. We're women. We're both women, but it's actually Tirami is a male, but they didn't want us to sound like males. Y'all, it's a weird show. That's crazy too. Tirami, boobs and beer. That's what I want. That's kind of Tirami's voice. I don't remember. I think they're all craney. I don't know which one would be. What do you think?
My vote's for Natsuno.
Natsuno. Oh God, Dog and Scissors. Any Dog and Scissors fans out there? You guys don't do you know anything? Anyway, so I actually have a clip from Dog and Scissors on my YouTube channel. Natsuno is a scissors wielding fetishist. Her fetish is actually scissors, y'all. Thank you, Japan. And she's a famous mystery author in Japan. And she has a crush on a wiener dog who is actually reincarnated as a 15-year-old boy. No, 15-year-old boy is reincarnated as a wiener dog. I said that backwards. Yes. I cosplayed as her at Anime CTX last summer. Scissors and all. Yeah, she's really off her rocker. If you went out with Natsuno, I would really be worried for your life. She's crazy, and she does have a crush on the dog, and they go there. Watch the show. It's mentally unstable, like myself. I think you're right, Natsuno. I think that's a good guess.
Yeah, I mean, Excel might be second place, but I think she tops it.
You think she tops Excel and Craney? Okay.
Excel knows what she's doing. She's on a mission.
Oh, honey, I don't know that Excel really knows what she's doing. She does try, though. Yeah, and of course the 15-year-old boy reincarnated as the wiener dog is not having any of it. Anime. Let's go with it.
Thanks.
Thank you. Hi.
Okay. I was wondering, what is your favorite interaction you've had of Hanji and Sasha in both Attack on Titan and Attack Junior High? Not that they've had a lot.
My favorite interaction with Hanji and Sasha, I only remember one scene, and I think it's in season 2 where, does she kind of like bump into Sasha or Sasha hands her something? That's all I remember. Is there something else? where they interact?
I just wanted to know your favorite.
Yeah?
One of my favorite characters.
Okay, and so I auditioned actually for Sasha as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so you guys want to hear about the audition process for Attack on Titan?
Yes.
Maybe? Okay. So the auditions came in and they were like, here's a synopsis of all the characters, here's the show. And I'd already watched the series in Japanese because I was a fan of Attack on Titan before I even know who had the dub. I didn't know who had the rights to it. I didn't know who was dubbing. I didn't know if it was going to be dubbed. But I just would get together with friends Saturday night at Crunchyroll and we would watch the show and we were like, wow. So when I heard that there were going to be auditions, I was like, I got to get in on this. This is so great. So finally auditions came in and they were like, please only audition for 3 roles. You know, we've got so many that we're casting for. And so I chose Annie and Sasha and Hanji. And I swear when I tell this story, I'm so worried that people think I'm just saying this, that like this is what I'm supposed to say, but this is honestly how I feel. When I was watching Attack on Titan subtitled, I zeroed in on Hanji. I was like, that character's so amazing. First of all, Attack on Titan's high comedy. Right? So upsetting. It's so Game of Thrones. But like a bright spot in the show for me, 2 bright spots are Sasha and Hanji. Like, thank God we've got a little bit of comedic relief in this world of nothing but pain. It's just, right? People are dying, people are being eaten, and then Sasha and Hanji always have a way in those moments to really give us some comedy, thank goodness. But I really liked Hanji because I felt like she had more of a balance of like her comedy. Hanji's not trying to be funny. She's not like, I'm funny. She's just like, so off. She's funny. She's funny. And I think that that's a really hard balance for me to strike as an actor because I can't be too funny and I can't be too underplayed either. And then when she's going psycho, I can't really be psycho because then you lose her and she's a very real person. So anyway, I auditioned for all 3 of them and then I didn't hear anything for a long time. And through the voice actor grapevine, I heard that people were being cast, like all the leads were cast. And I was like, okay, I didn't get Annie. And then some of the secondary characters were being cast, and I was like, oh, and like, so 2 weeks of me hearing of like my friends getting cast, and I was like, oh man, I didn't get anything, I'm so sad. And then finally I get a message, and it's Mike McFarland. He's left me a voicemail, and he's like, hey Jessica, it's Mike McFarland, and yeah, we got your audition for Attack on Titan, and just give me a call back. And I was like, right? So I'm at the park, just like it was the day off, and I'm at the park, I'm kind of hanging out, and so I call him back and I'm like, hey Mike, and I'm trying to play cool. I'm like, gotta play cool, you know, because for all I knew, I could be like just someone who is under the foot of a Titan. Like I didn't know what I was at this point. And he's like, yeah, like really, and he was distracted when he was talking to me because it was like, yeah, really good job, got your auditions, hang on a minute. And I'm like, oh. Hang on a minute. So I'm like waiting, comes back and he's like, yeah, sorry, I've got all this other stuff. But anyway, yeah, good job. So we're gonna have you play, hang on a second. And he puts me on hold again. And I'm like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, don't do this to me. So he comes back and finally he's like, yeah, sorry. I'm like, Mike, who am I? And he's like, oh, so you're gonna play Hanji. Y'all, I screamed so loud. There was a woman in the park who was with her baby. And I was like, oh my God. And she's like, oh, my baby! And I was like, and she started running off, and I was like, no, you don't understand, it's okay, I'm Hanji! And that did not help. She was like, okay, crazy bitch. So, I was like, it was such a dream come true, because I didn't even know if I was going to be in the show, and then I never in my life have I ever watched a show from beginning to end, seen the part that I wanted to play, connected with the part that I wanted to play, knew that I was a pretty decent voice match for the character I wanted to play, and then got to play that character. It was just absolutely, in my wildest dreams, I couldn't have imagined it. So I don't even know what you asked me at this point.
That's okay. I asked about your favorite interactions between Sasha and Hanji.
Okay. I think she gives her something in season 2, and it's pretty cool.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So you work in an industry filled to the brim with people playing pranks on each other and leaving bombs for each other in the booth. So I wanted to know what's your favorite prank that either has been played on you, you've played on someone, or a bomb that you've left for someone or has been left for you?
God, they're all NC-17. There's not one I can repeat. I know. Thank you for that. You guys gonna go to the adult panel later? Maybe I'll tell you a story. With the mojito. Okay. They're not all NC-17, they are. But also it's just like, okay, I'm gonna answer that a different way. So back in the day, in the 90s, when we were recording anime, we used this material that's now obsolete called paper. Oh my God, are you as old as I am? No. Shut up. Just kidding, don't shut up, never shut up. So yeah, we had actual scripts with paper, and I can't tell you how many of my own takes I ruined because I'd be gesticulating and like, what? And like hit the mic with the paper. So Dunder Mifflin. Hey, isn't that Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Where is Scranton from here? Like down the street? Is it like Texas where it's like Dallas is 4 hours away from Austin and then Austin is like 2 hours away from San Antonio? Like you can't get anywhere quickly? Anyway. Sort of kind of, so Scranton. Okay, I'm not gonna run over there right now, but yay, Dunder Mifflin, I love that show. What was I talking about? Right. I would leave little notes though. So I'm close friends with Lisa Ortiz. Lisa Ortiz fans, woo! She's the original Lena Inverse for the show. What's it called? Slayers, thank you. She's Lena Inverse, she's amazing. And she's now the director of Pokemon. Lisa's incredible. But like, if I knew she was coming in after me, I'd leave like the little message like, hi Lisa, let's have lunch tomorrow. And stuff like that. So there are a lot of pranks, but also I would do like a lot of hellos and like little notes and stuff. And a lot of cursing. A lot of cursing. That's all I got for you.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I feel like I'm so disappointing just now with that answer. Okay. Oh, well, you're honest. That's good. Hi.
How was it doing the episode previews for Karakano?
Oh my God, did you see those horrible DVD extras? Okay, so His and Her Circumstances, also known as Kari Kano. Do we have any Kari Kano fans in here? So I play Tsukino, me and Megan Hollingshead. She plays, what's the other sister's name? Tsukino? Who cares? I mean, not who cares with Megan, she's amazing, but I can't remember her name. Anyway, so in the Japanese, if you watch that DVD, it's got the two sisters, and they do like these coming attractions, but it's live action. It's not just voice. And so they're talking, and they've got like different costumes on and stuff. And so Megan and I, there was a little bit of a budget for the extras. And so the company that was producing it said, hey, if you and Megan, you play the sisters, if you guys want to do the coming attractions, live action like the Japanese voice actresses did, we'll let you. And we're like, oh my God, this is so cool. So we pull out like all of our costumes out of our closets, and like, but it was so ridiculous. It was so fun. I'm glad it was with Megan because we're both like so ridiculous. Yeah, that's Tsukino, that's who I played. Yeah, if you guys ever watch that, it's just us being ourselves and and then there's a whole outtake of those, which I don't know if the outtakes were ever released with like costume malfunctions. I don't think that's out there. NC-17, no, those weren't bad. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we don't get to do that anymore. Like there are some live action things that happen on occasion, like casting announcements and whatnot, but like a full-on live action of the voice actors being themselves, that's not really in any way related to the dub. I don't know of a whole lot of companies that do that now. So that was a really fun opportunity that we got to have.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey, Jessica. I'm good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. My question concerns something I've heard about XL Saga. Okay. I'm not sure how accurate it is, so I'd like to hear it directly from you.
Okay.
All right. What I've heard is that the reason you only did the first 3 volumes was because the role of XL put such a strain on your voice that you were unable to continue. Is that true?
No.
No. Okay. What was it then?
They didn't give me enough time to heal. Yeah. So they were under a very strenuous schedule to get that show recorded, and I was supposed to have a 6-week break in between each volume. I got a 4-week break after the first volume. I got a 2-week break after the second volume, and I had like a 1.5 week break after the third volume. So when I went to do the 4th volume, I had no voice. And I was like, oh, if you just give me some more time to heal, I could finish this. And they're like, we gotta keep going. And so I took an 8-week break, which is what my doctor advised. My doctor was like, you can either keep doing what you're doing, and I don't want to know what you're doing because your vocal cords look awful. You can keep doing that and you'll lose your voice forever. We'll have to surgically remove nodules that were starting to form, and those are death to any person in the voice industry. If you have nodules, you gotta get them cut out. You don't want anyone cutting on your vocal cords. They are 2 little tiny pieces of tissue. So he's like, you can do that or you can just not talk for 8 weeks. And I'm like, I think I'll not talk for 8 weeks and get my voice back. But they couldn't wait. So that's why I didn't get to finish the series. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome.
Also, you named your dog Menchie. That is awesome.
Thank you. That's my favorite part that I was telling Ben earlier, where she rips off her skin. It's so weird. I would do that though. But yeah, I have a puppy named Minchie, which is also my emergency food rations. And I've got pictures of him everywhere, and I love him so much. Hi.
Hello.
I like your hair.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What have you seen? Have you seen the Attack on Titan abridged A Slap on Titan?
Yes. It's hilarious. I love it. There's a couple of abridged. So there's that one, which is
amazing.
It is amazing. Then Team 4-Star had started to do an Attack on Titan abridged, and my favorite part of their abridged was like, I know, Team 4-Star, give it up, Team 4-Star. Yeah, they're amazing. The thing I loved about their production of Attack on Titan, I just spit, sorry, water. Their Armin, every time he opened his mouth, he just made no sense. He'd be like, Titan, Aaron, Mikasa, and like you couldn't understand a word he said. It was so funny. But yeah, they're both really funny abridged series of Attack on Titan.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello. Wait, where are we on time? How much time do I have left? Because I want a picture with you guys. Timothy. Wait, how much time do I have left? Half an hour?
You're halfway through.
Will you let me know when we have 10 minutes left? Because I want to take a picture with you guys. Okay, hi.
Hi. My question...
I used to tap dance. Not well, okay. Don't clap, that was terrible.
When you're playing Hanji, which character or voice actor is your favorite to play against?
So that's a really good question, but I'm gonna have a super disappointing answer for you. When we're in the studio, we are by ourselves, and we don't really even hear anyone else's part but our own. So the animation starts, they give you a pre-roll, and you hear like a few seconds, and there's these beeps, and it goes beep, 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 and then you talk on what would be the 4th beep, but there's no 4th beep. That's actually where you come in for your cue. And so you might hear half of the character's line in front of you. And if that character hasn't been recorded yet, then you're hearing the Japanese. But you really only see your character the whole time. So as far as scenes, actually me playing off of anyone, I'm just in there by myself. I mean, some of my favorite characters, I love Levi, but Jessica, that person, loves Levi because I have a thing for short guys. I really like short guys. Like if you're 5'3", call me. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. No, but so I love Levi. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, and then I love we call him Ervin. I know people say Erwin. We call him Ervin in the dub, and so I think he's beautiful. I really also like the Armored Titan. Not Reiner as much, but I really the Armored Titan because I think he's really sexy. That wasn't your question at all. I just kind of went on to look a few Jessica moments there. That they're now finished and done. Let's let those go away. The end.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, you're welcome. Who else's question can I not answer? Hi, Hanji.
Hello. Can I ask 2 questions?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so one I always ask at every Attack on Titan panel,
Mm-hmm.
and I get mixed reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any ships in that series?
I was kind of going there with my last question, then I shut up. I ship. I ship Aaron with Ervin, like in my own mind, and there's a lot of that online. Girl. Man, let's just not look at my hard drive. Ever. delete my browser history. I like them too, sexy men's. Very safe picture to have up right now. I do ship those two. And then, but like I don't really ship Levi. I know, and people are like, leave the Hanj Levi Hanj. And I don't. I did it first because like Levi's so hot, but I like Levi. I ship myself Levi. But Hanji and Levi to me seem like they're super close comrades, and that they wouldn't actually like what those two. What would they? She would just annoy him the whole time, and he would just be like, I have to go clean. Please stop talking. Whatever. So who else do I ship? I don't know. I know there's a lot of like Petra and Levi. I don't necessarily see that, even though she's also sort of dead. But yeah. So look at that. And I love those two. That's so cute. Okay, maybe I do ship that. All right. Anyway. So what about you? Who do you ship?
I ship a lot of different ships.
Give me one.
Okay, so my current favorite is Jean and Armin.
Oh.
But I also really like Aaron and Armin and Erwin and Armin. I'm a big Armin fan.
Okay.
But I'm also a really big Hanji fan, and I like Hanji with Levi.
You do?
Yeah, that picture is really nice.
It's really sweet. Yeah. I have my web designer, her name is Jen Dorn. If you guys ever, like, I have JessicaCalvello.com as my website, and she's amazing. She's a designer, she's incredible. And she actually, as a Christmas present 2 years ago, made me coasters. And each coaster is a different Attack on Titan something. And a lot of it is fan art and stuff. And oh Lord, she got one on there. Is Levi, he's naked. And he's like in the mirror and he's like a towel, you know, and he's like all wet, Levi. And my mom had come to visit, and my mom needed a coaster. And I was like, and I wasn't thinking, because I just don't think generally. It's not, no brag. I never think before I talk. No filter, yay, walk on. But I was like, oh mom, here's a coaster. And she's like, thanks. She goes, oh my. And I was like, what? And she's like, is this one of your anime characters? I'm like, oh mom. I go, well that's Levi, mom, but that's actually not really Levi from the show. I mean, she's like, oh, that's okay. He's so pretty. I don't want to put my drink on it. I was like, mom, I am your daughter. Yeah, I'll take a picture of it and post it online if you guys want to see it. I mean, when I get home, yeah. I mean, it's kind of porny, but it's. I'll put it on my Facebook, so that way, yeah, it's a beautiful coaster set. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I ask my next question?
Yeah.
Okay, so if Hanji could invent any weapon to use against or for the Titans, what would Hanji invent?
I don't know. So all I know about the Titans is what she knows so far, with up until the end of season 2, and so I don't know that we know how to defeat them yet. I'm sure the manga's so much further ahead, which I'm not reading, so no spoilers.
I haven't read it, so I can't spoil.
Okay, cool. I don't know. What would she create? The thing is, you know, Hanji can slay like the rest of them, right? Like she could slay. She gets out there with her 3D gear and the blades and all that, and she's amazing. She's an amazing fighter, as much as she isn't a brilliant mind, brilliant scientist. But what would the weapon be? I don't know, because I feel like she kills them because she has to, right? She has to, but she also really wants to keep them and study them and live with them and have them be her children. As any good scientist would do. So, oh, I know. Hi. Oh, who's that at the bottom? Is that Aaron? I just love that picture. So, I don't know what I feel like it'd be some sort of a weapon to capture them and keep them alive as long as possible. And she would still do really weird, unethical things to them and watch them grow back and torture them and maybe like jump into their mouth and jump out. It would be really strange. So a weapon would be like a cage. Okay. There we go. That was a long way to get there. Yeah, okay. Cage. You're welcome. Sonny Bean. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
Okay, so I got a question.
Okay.
Actually, I've got two.
Okay.
This goes back to your previous statement. You just said you like short guys.
Mm-hmm.
Would you date Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist?
Mm-mm.
Why not? He's too short?
Wait. Oh, Edward, yes. I thought for a second you were talking about the dad, and I was like,
No, not that.
No, I went to live and not be fused with my Cocker Spaniel.
No, not that.
Yeah, he's
the cute one.
Yeah, I would. Yep. Big brother. Yep.
Yeah, okay. And my second question, which is really important.
Okay.
Do you know that Cutie Honey Universe is out?
Yes, I do.
If Funimation or Viz, let's pray someone gets the license for this show. Are you gonna audition to be the dub voice for Honey again, or are you gonna let someone else take the reins?
Okay.
I highly doubt someone will, but...
So I have no control over it. I would never let or not let anyone do anything because I literally have no control over it. If I'm allowed to audition, and I would hope that I would be since Go Nagai cast me as Cutie Honey, but that was a different series. So if I'm allowed to audition, I will. You guys put in a good word for me. Feel free to tweet. I don't know who has the rights to it. It might be Sentai. Is it Sentai that got the rights to it? Yeah. So hey. Tweet them, tell them that you really enjoyed me as Honey Kisaragi and new Cutie Honey, and hey, Jessica Calvello for the new Honey series, because we really don't have any control over whether we're cast or not.
Okay, I'm sorry, I just read you really enjoyed it, and I thought maybe you'd like to come back.
Of course I would, but I don't have any control over it.
I know.
I absolutely would love to come back.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Aw. That's amazing. You guys are incredible. I want to take you with me. Hi.
So I wanted to ask
Okay.
how Aria is coming along, and how you felt about the whole Kickstarter process.
Oh, thank you. Who do I play in Aria? I can't remember.
Aika.
Thank you. I couldn't remember her name. Aika, the blue-haired. She's a spunky one. I thought the Kickstarter was really cool. I think Kickstarter's great. You give money. If it doesn't work out, you get your money back. No one's swindled. Everything's like. Well, I don't know about every Kickstarter, but I'll just speak for the one that I was involved with, which was for Right Stuff International with Nozomi Entertainment, and they ran a Kickstarter because they had the license, and so it's all fan-funded, fan-based, and that's how we're able to do Aria. I thought it was cool. I thought the perks were cool. Someone actually, there's my girl. Someone actually paid $5,000 to have dinner with Sean. Sean, he's the president of Nozomi and Right Stuff International. I just can't think of his Kleckner. This is not private information. You can go to the Kickstarter and see what all the perks are. But someone paid $5,000 to have dinner with him, just to talk about Aria and about the business and everything. And so those Kickstarters are crazy, and it's a really cool opportunity. You get to see some of your favorite shows, and that's really there's more Kickstarters being run for more anime stuff that you would normally not get to see dubbed. But you guys fund it, and so it was really cool to be a part of that and see like everyone's dream come true, and then getting to be Aika, which I auditioned for and I got it, so that's cool too. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope Right Stuff gets in the game more with that.
I know, me too. Likewise, I hope they do.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Hi.
So my...
Okay, all right. So I may have done some modeling back in the day when I had washboard abs. Damn. And I liked Pocky. I may have done some modeling, and this picture is from the deepest, darkest anuses of the internet, and I don't know how you found this picture. Oh boy. Google, sure, but I thought this picture was banished. But anyway, I'm gonna not look at that. Oh, that's incredible. Hi.
Hi, I was just wondering if you have a home studio that you record from?
I do.
Go straight to that.
Yeah, so I actually have my own sound booth that I had built into my house a couple years ago, and I recorded Attack on Titan Junior High. I worked with Funimation remotely out of that space. I also drove there and did a few episodes. I did both. And then Attack on Titan Season 2, I recorded out of my home studio, and I'm working on Aria out of my home studio. So there is some remote recording going on, which wasn't always back in the day. You had to actually go to the studio, and they still prefer that. I'm a little bit of an anomaly in that they let me do that. But yeah, and I'm also working on a 9-volume cyberpunk series right now, which I'm recording out of my own space, and that's with a group in Atlanta, an independent project. It's called Marlo Kana. If you got any cyberpunk fans? Cyberpunk, Mad Max, all those? No, only a couple people. So it's called Marlo Kana. If you go, the first volume is free online. It's Marlo Kana, and the author's name is Joe Peacock. and it's really cool. I'm narrating the whole thing, and we're doing a full soundtrack. It's gonna have music and like ambiance and like war sounds and babies crying and babies dying. I'm kidding. There's no. Well, it's war. But anyway, that's not funny. So yeah, I'm in my studio like 20, like at least I don't know, between 15 and 20 hours a week. And then I also travel to the studios. Like when I recorded Street Fighter V, they would not let me record remotely, so I actually went to LA to New Generation Pictures to record that. But the ones that let me record remotely they're awesome. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. And my studio is called Tentacorn Studios, and I've got little stickers at my table for $1, and it's so cute. It's a unicorn and a tentacorn and a tentacle monster fused together like Full Metal Alchemist, but in a cute way. It's cute. Is it? Wait, what time is it? Yes, and also how much time do we have left? 15? Okay, so cool, these two, and then we'll do a picture. Okay, hi.
Hi, it's been a while. I saw you in July at HazardCon, actually, my boyfriend and I.
Oh, yay! Hi again!
Hi,
Cool.
I wanted to ask you, what would it be like if the Hanji from regular Attack on Titan met the Hanji from Attack on Titan Junior High?
I think they would be best friends. I do. I think they would be best friends. Because there's really not a whole lot of difference except for like maybe a tad bit more energy in the junior high version because they're cheapies. You know, and the Titans are stealing lunches, so it's really the stakes aren't as high as people like freaking dying in the actual show. So I think they would get along quite well. What do you think?
I think they would, and I think everyone else would be very upset with two Hanjis. Not by upset, I mean, oh god, we have to deal with this now.
Right, like, oh lord, we can barely handle one, and now there's two, and the other one is shorter and even more weird than the other one who's super tall. Oh god, I agree with you on that.
Both Levi's are sulking in the corner.
Both of them are sulking and cleaning.
Yes. Holding a single broom.
Holding a single broom and rolling, and the eye roll is just so loud.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie. Hello.
Hi, this is my favorite panel I've ever been to.
Oh my god, thank you. You're my favorite panel I've ever been at.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I had a question kind of in follow-up to my last question.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about Moblet and Hanji as a pair?
You know, it kind of. So like, if someone's working that closely with you, you would think that there would be some sort of connection there. But at the same time, I truly see Hanji as like an asexual, you know, like she doesn't have time for, like, I don't even know if she would process those feelings in any kind of a human way, which is not to say that she's not human. Again, I don't know what happens later. I'm only talking about what happens now. So if there is any kind of a relationship that happens later, I don't know anything about it. But as of right now, what I know of Hanji, and I guess you too, because you haven't read the manga, is she's so like centered and focused on research and science, and you know, she's a scholar and all these things. So I don't think her and Moblet, I wouldn't ship them. And I love whatever wiki it is. It might be, it's an anime wiki, it's not wiki, but it says Hanji is the reason Moblet drinks. So that would be a really problematic relationship. But yeah.
I would believe that though.
I would too. She's crazy. Could you imagine having to try to rein that one in? Yeah, she's nuts. On that note, so you guys, at the end of my panels, I like to do a picture with you guys, and I like to do a theme, something that we all kind of do together, and I throw it up on my website, or I do throw it on my website eventually, but for now it just goes on my Facebook, and it's my Get Random with Jessica panel. And so we usually do a theme. We've been unicorns before, we've been titans. Today I would like to do something from Pop Team Epic, and opening ceremonies, I think I freaked you guys out, because I was like, flip me off, and people were like, we're not gonna flip you off, but I actually really wanted you to flip me off because Pop Team Epic is epic. Do we have Pop Team Epic fans out there? The show is just nothing but shit posting and memes. It's so strange. So what I wanted to know, if I'm gonna ask, can people come up on stage with me? Can they come up on stage? Because this is where the light is. We have 10 minutes, right? Oh, come on, really, can we? Other cons let me do it. Just real quick. Or can they come down here? Okay, fine. Okay, please be in the picture with me. Will you guys come down here? And we don't have too much time, so we gotta clear out in like 8 minutes. Yeah, I'll just be up here with you guys. And will you take the picture? Okay. our face. Here's the camera. Okay, so we're gonna face that way. Can I have a few people up here, Tim? We're not gonna be able to fit everyone in the picture. How about, can some of you sit on the edge of the stage? Yeah. If you're right, yeah, sit. No, I'll probably die. I just want everyone to be in it. So I know you'll have to go real far back. So let us know. I love you guys so much for doing this. I just want to make sure that you're in it and everyone can be seen. So the first group of people, you'll probably need to sit so that the people in the back can be seen. Yeah. You guys listen. Oh my God. I'm so happy. Is everyone in it? I love this little crown on your head. And I love your unicorn hair. Oh my God, I'm gonna eat you up. Isn't this crazy, you guys? Okay, so, can you get everyone in the picture? Okay, so here's the instruction, you guys. Okay. You might want to cut this out because there'll be feedback. Okay. So I want to do a classic pop team epic, which is this. Can you guys do this to Tim? Oh my God. Tim, I love you. Oh, put me back on. Tim, I love you. No. We're not really flipping you off. We're not flipping off Tim. We're flipping you off. It's not really you. I love you. Yeah. Okay, so pop team epic. Thank you so much for being here. You guys were amazing. I hope you had a good time. I try to interact with everyone online. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I talk back to you guys, not in a mean way. But come visit and say hi anytime. Find me online, find me at the con. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.